You've talked about the long road it's taken to get you to this point. How excited are you about your chance at unifying the division?
Exciting is to say the least. I think this is a very blissful, euphoric feeling that you can't really explain, because the very first day I put my gloves on, I've always wanted to be the very best. I've always wanted to be a superstar. I've always wanted to be considered as an inspirational figure like Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard, all of my idols who I've looked up to, and I now have that chance. So it's a very exciting time for me.
You already have an inspirational story, overcoming the odds inside the ring, outside the ring, of course, beating cancer and what you've accomplished as a fighter. Does that make even someone like Canelo Alvarez seem like less of an obstacle?
I won't say less of an obstacle, because it's a physical battle that I have to endure. But it's the mental battle that he has never faced, and that for me, it's a gain, because having to receive death right in the face, I mean, there's no comparing to a boxing match. I mean, I've already faced the biggest battle that I can possibly face in life. So a mere boxing match is just something that I just have to get up for. I mean, there's cancer survivors throughout the world who look at me as an inspirational figure. So I represent a lot of people, and this is something that'll touch so many people. Have I get this decision, get the knockout, whatever the case may be, but I see my hand being raised. And if he's looking at it like it's just another fight, then he's in for a long night.
You know, it isn't just another fight in the lead up. You know, it's sort of the antithesis of guys in each other's face. There is a lot of mutual respect. I mean, you know how to talk as well. Is it weird for you for it to be this way? Would you prefer, you know, a little more trash talk, or do you like this gentleman's contest?
I mean, being a gentleman is true to who I am, so it's nothing out of the ordinary from what you see from me. Throughout my career, I've always kept dignity and made sure that I put my best foot forward. Every time I step out the house, I like to represent myself, my family in the best way. So the professionalism that you see is not out of the ordinary. But it's kind of hard to talk trash when somebody doesn't understand English.
Yeah. Everyone says styles make fights. It's
Yeah.
the long-held cliche, probably because it's mostly true. What about his style do you think is most dangerous for you?
Obviously, it's more for me about his experience. You know, he has a tremendous amount of fighters that, from Floyd Mayweather to Triple G twice to all the guys that he's fought, that's rounds in the bank that he has with experience. So for me, when I had my cancer scare, I had to step away from the sport for almost 2 years. So I had to play catch up for a long time. And now I'm at that level where I'm finally getting the 12 rounds in, when I'm finally getting the really good guys for that experience. Now it's about putting the two together, because I truly feel like I'm the best middleweight, and going through Canelo, who is obviously a world-renowned star, will put me at that plateau.
What's he going to see from you that he hasn't seen before?
Everything. And it's kind of hard to say that. I mean, it's so cliche, but at the same time, he has never faced a fighter like me. Similarities. Rocky Fielding, as I said before, was the biggest fighter that he's faced. But Rocky Fielding wasn't athletic. Rocky Fielding possessed the skills that I have, and Triple G for that matter as well. He's only one way. He just comes forward or might move a little back, and not a lot of athleticism. And for a big guy, for me being one of the biggest middleweights, if not the biggest middleweight in the world, I just think that I bring a totally different dynamic to the equation.
You referenced the Triple G fight. A lot of your supporters thought you won the fight. Does that make you concerned going into a fight like this, that you can't let it go to the judges?
Well, absolutely. You keep that in the back of your mind. You always want to make sure that you know, when you're in the ring, when you keep in contact with your trainer, when you go to the ring, I mean, decide for the break, you want to make sure that you know you're winning, and if there is anything that you need to change, and to change those things while you're actually in the fight, because the worst thing that you want to do is feel like you could have done more. And that's between the relationship that I have with my trainer. That's what we're going to establish, and that's what we're doing now in training camp. So as long as that can be intact, as long as we can have a good communication in the fight, I think I'll do my job knowing where I'm at, winning or losing.
Do you think knocking him out is a possibility?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, Triple G caught him with some good shots that he was able to endure, but at the same time, when you see a shot, and even though it's a big shot, you can embrace it. But I'm a little faster, actually a lot faster than Triple G, and just as much power. So with the speed plus the power, if you don't see it, then that can be a long night for Canelo. So, and then I'm known for, you know, 81%, 80% knockout ratio. I'm known for knowing how to get guys out of there once I get them hurt.
Man, obviously, you're focused on this fight. You're focused on Canelo. You've talked about how important it is for you. Is this a fight you can afford to lose?
This is a fight that I can't afford to lose. This is a fight that I won't lose because of that. And I understand exactly what I need to do, just be the best version of me. I understand what it represents, and I know what I have to do. So this week is fun. It's been great. We've been doing tons of interviews. The presser is everywhere. It's been amazing. But I know that the real work is once the camera's off.
Yeah, I can tell you're ready from your answers, from your outfit. It's coordinated with your belt and everything. So what should fans and what should Canelo Alvarez expect when it's game time?
A great fight. A great fight. Regardless to what, I know Canelo comes to fight. He has a heart of a champion. That I respect and I give to him. But at the same time, I just know that the fight fans are going to be expecting an all-out war. They know what I bring to the table now. They're getting familiarized with me and my story and just exactly what I bring to the sport of boxing. So Canelo being one of the biggest stars, us together, it's really time to prove who's the best.